All right, so let's get started. Jai Hind, friend. I, your host, Naman Raj Gupta, I humbly welcome you all to our YouTube channel, that is UPSC by Naman Raj Gupta. Today, in this lecture number 5, we are going to deal with cryptocurrency and crypto mining. So, what is the relevance of this particular topic? It is very, very important because a PYQ has already been asked related to blockchain technology. So as you can see the question, if you guys can answer this particular question, please post your answer in the comment section, right? And if you cannot, then sit patiently throughout this lecture, because at the end of the lecture, when I re-ask this particular question, for sure you will be able to answer this particular question. All right, so let's get started with the concept, that is cryptocurrency and crypto mining. But before starting with the concept, it is important to understand why this particular topic is in news, right? So recently, Bhutan and Singapore based company, that is BitDare, they have announced a plan to raise 500 millions to set up a crypto mining operation, right? This is not so important, but the important thing here is that they have planned to set up their operation in the Himalayas region. Himalayas, right? That is free of carbon, thus tapping into Bhutan's abundant hydroelectric power. All right, so this is something important for us. So what's the problem? What is the problem in the system that is requiring or giving Bhutan a special edge on setting up the crypto farms in Himalayas, right? So huge amount of electricity are needed to power the vast computer farms that mine for cryptocurrency, right? We need huge amount of electricity. And when we use conventional method of electric generation like coal powered electric generation, there is a huge impact or the adverse impact on the climate, right? That is why here Bhutan is rendering a solution that construction of a data centers and investment in renewable energy such as hydropower and hydrogen. We know the hydropower prowess of Bhutan. We know the hydropower prowess of Bhutan when it comes to their geographical location, right? That is why it becomes very, very important for Bhutan to tap into the renewable power sector, right? So why Bhutan? Why Bhutan? Bhutan is a carbon negative country, guys. What is carbon negative countries? They are absorbing, the forest of Bhutan is absorbing more carbon than they are releasing, right? Mandating, so, and its constitution, it is not the people, but it is also the constitution that mandates 60% of the country remains forested. And here the role of Bhutan becomes very, very important, right? When it comes to helping the renewable energy to power the crypto mining and the generation of cryptocurrency. Now let's see what is cryptocurrency, right? So cryptocurrency is a type of digital or virtual currency that uses cryptography for security, right? Unlike traditional currencies like the coin, the notes that we have, they are basically regulated by the central banks, right? Like in our case, it is Reserve Bank of India. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, they are not regulated by any central authority. They are basically decentralized networks based on blockchain technology, right? There are several interconnected networks that act as a ledger to regulate the cryptocurrency, right? That is why it becomes very, very safe and secure to operate and transact as well. What is virtual currency? A virtual currency is a digital representation of the value, right? The value that we have in the form of notes or coins. The virtual currency is basically having its value in the digital format, right? So it is digitally traded and function as a medium of exchange. So the virtual currency can also be acted as or used as a medium of exchange. It can be used as a unit of account. It can also be used as a store of value that we use for the investment purposes, right? So this is what a cryptocurrency is. It is basically a digital currency which is unregulated and also secured by the blockchain, secured through a blockchain technology, right? So how does it work? How does to transfer, let's say 50 rupees to B. Now this block will be broadcasted to various systems, right? Various systems which are connected through a blockchain technology, right? You can see 1 2 3 4 system which are basically connected through a the blockchain technology. So this particular block will be broadcasted in all the 4 system. Now what will happen? All these 4 systems, they are also a miners or the owners of this particular technology. They will approve this particular transaction, right? They will approve and validate this particular transaction, saying that yes, it is a authentic transaction. When block is then added to the chain, providing an indelible and transparent record of the transaction, right? So this, again, this particular block is also added in the list in the chain of blocks, right, which is indelible, which cannot be removed from this particular chain, right? It becomes non-removable, and hence this particular block or this token particular amount is being transferred or received by the B, right? So this is how it works. Terminology. What is decentralization? So basically decentralization is the mechanism, right? Is a mechanism basically. So cryptocurrencies are not controlled by any central authority like the government or bank. Instead, they rely on decentralized network of computer nodes to validate and record transaction, right? So as in this case, we have seen how this particular block was validated by this decentralized network of computers, right? So this is why it is not regulated by any single authority or central bank. What is the issue here? So let's say if a central bank wants to regulate or block this particular block, they don't want A to send money to the B. Let's say A and B both are terrorists, right? And A wants to send the money to B. Here the central bank can block this particular transaction. But when it comes to cryptocurrency or blockchain technology, here there is a group of systems, right? There is not centralized system, but basically a group of system which they do not kind of hinder the transaction, right? They cannot manipulate the transaction, and hence it becomes very, very secure. And this is why it also becomes very, very prone to misuse as well, right? The second term is blockchain technology. So transactions are recorded on a public ledger called as blockchain, right? So again, let's come back to this particular picture. So here there is not any single root. When this particular block is posted by A, it is recorded in all the multiple system, right? Multiple system. What is ledger? Ledger is basically the bahi or khata, right? A book that we use to record our transactional data in our previous time. But here it is not the block. The transaction here is not recorded in any single system. Rather, it is recorded in this multiple system, right? Multiple system, which is basically known as blockchain, a chain of blocks. This is a distributed database that is maintained by multiple computers around the world, right? The third is cryptography. What is cryptography? Cryptography is used to secure transaction and control the creation of new units of cryptocurrency. So cryptography, you can understand in simple terms, are basically the codes, right? The secret codes or mathematical codes that is used to secure the transaction and also in the creation of the cryptocurrency. Without you having a secret code, you cannot generate your transaction, or also you cannot withdraw from the transaction. You need to have this particular code, which is also very important for securing this entire transactional process. The last one is peer-to-peer transaction. Again, we can see here, right, how a peer, that is A, can easily transact with B, right? So this is what a peer-to-peer transaction is, meaning user can send and receive payment directly without the need of intermediaries like banks, central banks, and etc. This can make transactions faster, cheaper, and more secure, right? So these are the four basic terms or the concept that we need to understand when we talk about cryptocurrencies, right? So the question can directly be framed from this basic understanding of the terms, like what is decentralization, right? Blockchain, cryptography, peer-to-peer transaction, right? So that was all about cryptocurrencies, right? The basic data and the basic fact. Now let's understand what is crypto mining. So crypto mining is basically a process in simpler terms to generate new cryptos, right? To generate new coins. This is crypto mining, right? So again, one very important fact is that it involves vast decentralized networks of computers around the world that verify and secure blockchains, the virtual ledger that documents cryptocurrencies transaction, right? So crypto mining requires huge computational powers, right, which requires a huge network of computer, not in any particular country but throughout the world, right? So this is what a crypto mining is. There are two very basic fundamental concepts when it comes to crypto mining. The first one is proof of work. POW is basically proof of work, and the second one is proof of stake. What is proof of work? Proof, I have to tell you in very simplest of terms, what does it mean? To generate new cryptocurrency, to generate new coin in cryptocurrency, you need to solve this particular puzzle, right? You need to solve this particular puzzle. What this particular puzzle is? This particular puzzle basically involves huge mathematical computational power to solve this, to crack this particular puzzle, right? To solve this particular puzzle, it requires huge computational capacity, which is beyond human capability, right? That is why first we need huge network of computers to solve this. Huge network of computers. As you can see in this particular picture, there is a huge network of what? Computers or CPU. The second thing which is required is the electricity. Huge amount of electricity to power this computer in order to solve this puzzle. Once if anyone cracks this particular puzzle, right, there is a successful generation of new coin or new cryptocurrency, right? This is what a proof of work is. Once you solve this particular puzzle, you give your proof of work, and hence the new coin or new cryptocurrency is added in that particular blockchain technology, right? What you get, what the particular cracker of the puzzle or the miner get, right? So the person or the individual who mines the cryptocurrency is basically known as crypto miner, right? So in return is basically known as what? Is basically known as crypto miner. So what they get? So they basically are rewarded with the cryptocurrency itself. They are rewarded with the cryptocurrency, right? So this is what proof of work is. And most of the companies, they use like Bitcoins, Ethereum, Bitdeer, all these major Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies companies of the world, they use proof of work to mine the cryptocurrency. And POS, it was initially used, that is proof of stake, is an alternative consensus mechanism that delegates control of network to the owners of a given token, right? So let's say I am a owner of a particular token. I own, let's say, 1 Bitcoin, right? So basically I will give certain stake to B, that is my friend. Let's say I want to give 50% of Bitcoin to that particular individual, right? So I will give them a proof of stake, which will also accrue them a 50% of the ownership in the Bitcoin that I own. So this is not any longer used. Basically, proof of work is majority of the time is used by many of the companies. What is the main difference between POS and POW? The main difference is how they choose and qualify users to add transactions, right? In the case of POW, basically it is based on the computational powers of miner, right? But the second case is I can simply transfer the stake, right? The control to my friend, that is B. So this is the basic difference. And the two fundamentals, that is proof of work and proof of stake, becomes very, very important. Sir, is there any one type of crypto mining process? No, there is not any single type of crypto mining process. There are multiple, right? So initially, central processing units like CPUs, they were basically used to mine the cryptocurrency, right? But it was again very, very slow, time-taking process. Then the process evolved, and a new type of process, that was graphics processing unit, that is GPU, they emerged, right? So GPU, they basically started using one or more graphic cards to mine crypto, basically to streamline and to make the process faster. Then the most recent technology is application specific integrated circuits, that is ASICs mining. This is the most advanced technology which is currently in use. So these are basically designed for, again, proof of work computational powers to perform far faster than general purpose computing devices like GPUs and CPUs, right? Now, so here, what is India's way when it comes to blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, right? So recently, Reserve Bank of India's governor, Mr. Shaktikant Das, has highlighted the potential of central bank digital currency, right? So in defense to cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, and etc., India's RBI has brought its own digital currency known as central bank digital currency or e-rupee, right? What are central bank digital currencies? They are basically digital form of paper currency, and unlike cryptocurrencies that operate in regulatory vacuum, right? So basically CBDCs will be regulated by the central bank so as to eliminate or avoid any misuse or unregulation of the cryptocurrencies, right? It was first introduced in the union budget of 22-23, right? So this will lead to more efficient and cheaper currency management system. It will also give boost to digital economy, right? So this is central bank digital currencies all about or not. So here, with reference to blockchain technology, consider the following statement. So blockchain technology, all right, it is a public ledger that everyone can inspect but which no single user can control. This is absolutely true, right? It can be inspected by multiple, but there is no single user control, right? As we saw that it was controlled by multiple systems worldwide. The structure and design of the blockchain, right, are such that all the data in it are about cryptocurrency only, right? I doubt. Why? Because there are other data that can also be fed in the blockchain technology, right? So it is not only about cryptocurrency. There are multiple data which can be transacted as well. So this is again wrong. The third one is applications that depend on the basic feature of blockchain can be developed without anybody's permission. This is again absolutely true. That is why it is unregulated. That is why it needs vast amount of computational network throughout the world. So what will be the correct answer? As you can guess, I'm not going to reveal, just post in the comment section. All right. So I hope you guys have liked this particular lecture. If you guys did so, then please ensure to like and share this particular video with your friends, with your family, with your peers, and also ensure to show your love by subscribing to the channel, that is UPSC by Naman Raj Gupta. Thank you for watching. Keep striving, keep watching.